Protests in Iran, they are scaling back after a deadly crackdown by the regime leaves thousands dead. Joining us this morning, someone who lost someone very close to them in these protests. We want to welcome Peymane Khodayari. Peymane Jun, good morning and thank you for being here today.
Good morning. Thank you.
I heard the news late last night. We had invited you to come in to talk about some of the demonstrations that are happening in San Diego and how the Iranian community is trying to help and support. And then the news was told to me that you lost somebody in this protest.
Yes, unfortunately, yes. As you know, there is no internet, no phone, no connection. They were able just to call us for 2 minutes, not more than this. And they give us this bad news, and they said he were killed by this government. He was the pharmacist. He had two little kids. This is what I know. They could not talk more about that.
I'm so sorry to hear that. This name joins thousands and thousands, and the numbers are going into the 20s and 30,000 people that have been killed in the last 2 weeks there. We're now, Peymane is seeing the longest internet blackout in Iran. Still cannot. Many people cannot reach their family.
No. My sister called me that day and just was able to talk, not even 2 minutes. Hey, hi, how are you? And they cannot even talk because they're afraid of someone hear their voice. So I said, what's happening in Iran? Everything good, everything good. What's happening in Iran? Okay, how are you? They're afraid of talking in the phone also. So this is the situation.
There are some reports coming out this morning that the regime is planning to extend this internet blackout into the spring. That's like into March. Explain to people the significance of cutting off the internet and cutting off communication with those inside of Iran, and we're talking about 90 million people, to the rest of the world.
So for 47 years, the government tried to cut the voice of Iranian people, and now because this time is completely different. They are calling one person, and this is what they don't want anyone hear that. And this is the only thing they can do. They cannot do anything else. They did everything, and now they are trying to cut their voice. They are trying to cut the internet, and this is what they right now they can do.
For many of the chants and the person that you're referring to, and I see that you brought one of these banners and flyers of the many protests that have been held over the years for the return of the Crown Prince, Reza Pahlavi, and asking for his help, along with the entire world's help to free them.
Yes, this is the, now this protest is completely different, and I'm so glad because the reason is different because they are holding this flag now.
This flag is not the current recognized flag of
This is our flag. This is the original flag of Iran. And
let's bring that a little forward so it doesn't hit your mic so that they can see it.
Yes, okay. This is what they want. And they are holding this flag everywhere, and they are calling Prince Reza Pahlavi, and that's why it's completely different this time. And they have a lot of hope.
These are flyers, and I know that many people who will be watching.
This is our leadership. They are calling him. 3-4 years ago, we were saying woman life freedom. Now, this part is already. They know how to respect the woman, so we passed this word. Now we are fighting for a very good life, to have a freedom. So we have still 2 more things to do. Yes.
What do you want people to know about the diaspora? We have a very large community here in San Diego, in Southern California. Arguably could be one of the largest outside of Iran. As many people in San Diego, and you're going to tell us about a demonstration that's happening tomorrow, and they may see these flags, these posters on the street. What does the diaspora here say? Many of who had to have fled, they chose to fled from the revolution back in the 70s. How do they feel?
That's so amazing. Iranian in San Diego are so amazing. Recently, I realized that they are really feeling, they are trying to comforting each other. They are crying when they are coming to our protest, to our demonstration. They are crying. Everyone wanna do something. Everyone, they are all united. They are feeling each other. They wanna do even small piece. They want to be part of this story, and it's amazing. I really love how they are acting, and yeah, as you know, tomorrow we have a protest demonstration, and I ask all Persian, all Iranian people in Irvine, San Diego, Los Angeles, even American people, to participate in our protest, and because we need to share the Iranian voice to everywhere.
The Crown Prince had made a comment just a few days ago, and in English, in addressing the American community, non-Iranian community, and mentioned something about many would identify Iran as being a poor country and with a lot of negative news that we would normally see. But he wanted people to know something different about the Iranian people. What would you want people watching right now to know about a true Iranian person?
The true Iranian person. So I think in the last few years, they could show themselves, especially the woman. I don't want to say the man didn't do anything, but the woman. Even though when you hear their protest in TV, you can more hear the voice of woman than man. And after that, I think everything changed. They can see us more. They see how we are courageous, how we can. I don't think any country could do that we did. With this Democrat, they were showing themselves very, very good in the world. Yeah, I think.
And those inside of Iran also showing their incredible bravery over the past 2 weeks, and they're still continuing to.
It still is continuing. Yeah. I don't know how they can do that. Sometimes I think, can I do that? I don't know if I can do. But when you arrive at a certain point, then the courage comes up.
The courage comes up. And many of them say that they have nothing else to lose. They have nothing else to lose.
Exactly. So when you lose your kid, what you want to lose more than this? You know, now we are like a, I can explain to you, now we are like a parents outside of the operating room, and while our child is in surgery. We are a very, very critical moment, And I know something is going to happen. I know action will come. It's just a time. So I wanna encourage the Iranian people just to trust. Okay, trust Prince Reza Pahlavi. Please close your eyes and trust him. He will hold your hand. I'm pretty sure.
Thank you for coming and sharing all of this with us. And we want to get the information for the demonstration that is happening in San Diego, Rise Up for Iran, happening at Balboa Avenue and Genesee tomorrow from 2 to 4 p.m. in Claremont. And we're going to get the information for you up on our website, foxeyesandiego.com. Click the Scene On tab. Peymon, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you very much.
We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back.
Thank you.